We are glad to be back in the house. Big Matt and Diamond Dean. First of all, we'd like to thank be sponsored by the Smorgasbord over at Cedar Bluff. If you ain't had nothing to eat, let me promise you, this is the place to go. From steaks to shrimp, they got it all. And of course, Warrior Gym, we appreciate them. Always hanging around with us. And there's no doubt we couldn't do it without them. Things are looking up, Dean. And here we are live on the camera. What's up, everybody? Everybody having a good day? It's been a messy, cold, terrible day.
Been pretty cold the last couple of days.
This weather, man, it is really getting after it.
Cold, though. You sleep good in the cold?
Yeah.
I sleep better.
It's better for me.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Molly Bullard, I hadn't seen her in a while. She used to share a lot of news for us from Valley Head. Yeah.
She's from Cedar Bluff.
Oh, is that?
And Tyler Dawson.
Oh, no, that's the other Molly. We had a Molly from Valley Head used to share news.
Yes.
And Tyler, of course, he's always hanging around, man. He's our number one fan. Matt and Todd Show watching some of the best in the business. Well, we do appreciate the
ESPN's watching too.
All right. Let me turn this down right here. Well, Dean, tonight, we'll put it up there on the screen for everybody. We got local basketball news. You're going to share a lot of stuff. Final Four in Birmingham. I got a lot of rundown stuff from the Alabama and Georgia state high school players around the state class of 2023. Who's hot in NCAA basketball? There's a lot going on. And we got a lot more to talk about. I got some NFL draft stuff, top 10 picks, who's going to kind of go where, or from what McShay says, and he's usually right. So what do you got for us tonight?
Well, tonight I got, obviously, high school basketball. The Final Four is going on this week in Birmingham. We'll go over some of that, what we consider local teams in this, within a 50-mile radius that are playing in the Final Four. We got several. And also college basketball. Wild day yesterday, wouldn't you say?
Oh, man.
Several upsets. I don't know that, well, yeah, a lot of them were.
What? I mean, you got 10, your top 10 all.
Pretty much except Duke.
All of them took a dive.
Duke and Illinois. Illinois won today.
That's just hard to.
It's hard to believe. The first top six got beaten at. The top six. I don't know if that's ever happened in one day. But like you said earlier, boy, what kind of tournament is it going to be?
Well, coming into March, this is just absolutely flip March Madness upside on its head. I mean, you kind of think you had an idea, to what was going on and what we're going to be having and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. No, that's all done.
No, who knows? I mean, it's just up for grabs. Wake Forest may win this thing. I mean, who knows?
Who do you think is hot right now? Who's one of the hottest teams playing?
Well, I just heard yesterday that Kansas was. I had a friend tell me they thought they were playing better than anybody in the country, and then they got beat. They got beat yesterday. I think Arkansas's hot in that. I think Arkansas's hot, and I think they're underranked. I mean, they beat Auburn and Kentucky.
Well, they have been on a spill right now.
Mm-hmm. They're playing pretty good. I don't see them winning it though. Alabama's been playing a lot better, but no, they're not one of the hottest teams in the country. Duke is doing well. Coach K his final season. Do you think that's motivating them?
My mic will be cut off, and it's still showing bars I'm talking. So,
sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, we have to do a little check there. I ain't got the $5,000 equipment that you can wear the headphones and you listen while I don't have that stuff yet. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on in college basketball. All that top 10. Dean's got 84-page guide over there, and to get you ready for your March Madness. I'm going to turn the podcast on and get that started, and we're going to start there first. Going to start recording Spotify, Apple Cast. Guys, we thank all you guys for tuning in with us tonight. We're going to do some local college ball. We got some NFL draft news. Dean's got a whole bunch of stuff to break down for the Final Four going on down in Birmingham this weekend for high school ball. I got plenty of news for local baseball and softball teams. Game's been kicking off, been playing a little out of out of conference or out of area.
Right.
There's a baseball, softball. The area, all the teams around here's played pretty good. Cedar Bluff and Chattooga, they both made a trip. Cedar Bluff and Gainesville both made a trip to Chattooga.
Right.
They both won that one.
Yes, I saw that.
The girls, Sandrock girls went to. They traveled up to West End. They got a win up there. Got a lot of that stuff going on. Let me ask you something. This is for everybody. Please comment. I enjoy the comments as much as anybody. Do you think we need a college commissioner, somebody to kind of run the league, to kind of have a say into what's going on, all this new NIL stuff, for example? We need some kind of commissioner. They're talking about now.
You're talking about overall of it, not just the conference. Over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Roger Goodell is.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's going to have to be somebody at some point to get in there and be able to break this down and to keep everything kind of along the same lines. So to keep all that going, it's getting a lot of freezing up on there.
Yeah, somebody said we're freezing a lot.
Man, this Facebook, man. I remember when I got off Facebook.
Yeah.
You can't play nothing. Their servers are not good. They're not as good as YouTube. YouTube has spent a lot of more money.
So that's why when people ask me, he's explaining it right now. When people ask, why do y'all not do?
Well, the quality is
Facebook?
It's terrible. The quality is terrible, and the audience is bigger. You have a bigger market, you're in the ocean when you're on YouTube, and Facebook you're more in a lake,
right,
or something, or you're just in the Atlantic. But
how many people's gonna fish in that lake if they keep going and and freezing up?
They're not gonna watch.
No, they're not.
So it's just better I'll just do it on YouTube and I'll just post it later on Facebook. But we love our audience over here, and I wanted to be able to come back over here, and it's kind of a down season for us a little bit. And so commissioner in the college football, that's been talked about a lot. Paul Feinbaum on their show, they broke the other day that the SEC is supposedly wanting to have their own playoff.
Oh.
Not him, but people calling in and some guys talking on the show. That was supposed to be the.
What about the rest of the country?
Oh, well, they need to.
No.
They need to start recruiting better. They need to get better players, I guess.
I don't think that's. I mean, I do think the SEC's the best. You'd have to be way, way ahead to go do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, they are. I mean, really.
But I'm talking about ridiculously ahead to where nobody else ever wins it but you. And, Clemson's won. Ohio State's won in the last 10 years. I mean, I don't.
I mean, when they keep playing each other for national championship, those kind of things are going to antagonize those conversations.
Yeah,
when it keeps happening,
that won't go nowhere.
When it keeps happening, Georgia keeps playing Alabama, or Alabama and LSU, or I think Alabama has a good season next year. Now, I'm talking about Saban, and next season. Did you hear his comments about calling out to some players and why he felt like they lost the title game?
No, I did not.
He just basically said that they wasn't prepared, and it's a self-righteous kind of attitude that a lot of the kids have. That, well, I'm second team. What does it matter if I practice? Me and you've talked about it from our coaching experiences and times,
Yeah, it's hard to get them ready.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to practice. Well, I ain't going to get to play. What does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see what happened.
Well, yeah, you may have to be called upon.
You have three D-backs out.
Mm-hmm.
2 receivers go out. So you starting receivers go out, next man up. They didn't produce, and you kind of seen what happened at the Georgia game.
He had no intentions of retiring anytime soon.
Yeah, what's he going to do?
No, that's what he said. I'm not going into that world where I don't even know what I'm going to do each day. So I was wrong. I told you I thought he was done maybe this year, which they're favored to win it. But apparently, from his comments, I don't see him retiring.
No, I wouldn't either.
Till he's 80.
So that's kind of what we got for you tonight. Those are just some quick hit questions. Again, we got a lot of news over on my Twitter, at Big Matt 1977. I put stuff over there, kids moving around, transfer stuff. If you want to do that, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing. Besides the show freezing up every 5 seconds, That's not our fault. Maybe the speech is not freezing up and you can hear us well, and maybe that's working where you can hear us. Our podcast people.
I'm asking somebody right now.
They're not seeing any freezing. They're just listening in on Spotify.
Tyler Dalton said everything was fine.
Okay, good. So SEC Media Days are set. Bama will be on the 19th, Georgia the 20th, Auburn the 21st is going to kick off July the 18th. That's something I always look forward to. Mark that down in your calendars, guys. July the 18th, SEC Media Days. Dean, Auburn's offensive coaching woes may have been over a little while back here. They've hired they moved the old wide receiver coach up to be an offensive coordinator. Eric Kiesau. Kaisa. What is it?
Well, I got one saying it's freezing, one saying it's not. So I'm confused.
I'm wondering how this sounds.
I don't know how.
Maybe if y'all can hear it, just lay the phone down and listen. I guess
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come back over here anymore. I don't guess. I can't never get Facebook to run right. It glitches because you can't watch. Nobody's gonna watch.
Right.
So we'll just record it we'll air on YouTube, and y'all can come over there. It's the same thing. You just go over to YouTube and hit the thing. We're live.
Right.
And you can watch with us over there in the same thing, comment sections. Real easy. So go over there and comment, and subscribe. That's the biggest thing if you like what we're doing, and trying to share some love for the county. And we love a lot of college news, NFL news. Go over there and subscribe on our channel.
Well, what was you saying about that? I didn't mean to get off the subject. I'm just telling you getting your feedback. What was you saying
Eric,
about the Auburn?
He's going to be their offensive coordinator, and Jeff SCHMEDDIND F Shemedig. These last names, I don't know where these people are from. They're not. There's no more Smiths and Johnsons left. Obviously,
It's unreal.
All those people have played
Schmidden?
off.
How do you spell that?
Schmidden, Jeff Schmidden. He's going to be the defense coach at Auburn. Pittman's going to be the strength coach there. All these guys that Harson's brought with him, they're all from Boise. I don't know of any staff
Except Cornell.
when I look through there. Yeah, I don't know anybody on there that's been there.
He did retain Cornell, right?
I guess.
I think. I've not heard anything about him leaving.
I don't know. He may be just be at home eating grilled cheese sandwiches.
I don't know. I hadn't heard nothing about it.
Troy's new head coach, John Summerall. Keep your eyes out for him. I think he may stay a year or two. He's a top-notch coach. Look for him to be probably moving around pretty quickly. He worked there earlier as an assistant. You know Bowden was at UL Monroe? I didn't know that.
Terry?
Yeah. I had
no idea.
I run across that, and I thought, well, that'd be interesting. Maybe I'll share that with everybody.
He's got to be getting, which we all are, but he's got to be getting on up there.
He had to be in his...
He's got to be in his 70s.
Well, he had to be in his 50s when he was at Auburn back in the mid 90s or so when they got in trouble and stuff. Which
and he was their coach.
Yeah. Check that out, and let me go right here. I'm gonna click right here, and
he's just 66. He must have been 40 when he was at Auburn.
Okay. How old is he?
He's 66.
Well, that ain't too bad.
Nah.
Okay. Now, first off, we'll talk about Center. I went over here the other day, shared a game with them. They kind of kicked things off. They played Ohatchee. They won the game 7-4. They will be replaying Ohatchee Tuesday over there at Ohatchee. I would think
their girls will be very good this year.
The softball?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing my last roundup, all the coaching interviews.
Yes, those have gone well.
Tomorrow. Yeah, we want to get a little bit of information to really just want to make people curious. Honestly, it's kind of
right.
Because we want them to come to media days, March the 9th. Y'all come to Easy Street and hang out and ask questions and
March 9th
and see the kids. And so they played Ohatchee 1-7-4. Now here recently, just over the past few days, they've played doubleheaders in this cold weather. They went 4 for 3 on the week. They beat Ohatchee, Weaver Valley Head, and Crossville. Of course, they had lost to that Central Florence team. That was the first they traveled off.
Right.
But
very good team. They
are, and Coach didn't pitch his people. He pitched some of the younger guys, try to give them a chance to see where they're at. You know, see where younger guys are. They beat Crossville 22-3.
Ooh.
Connor's batting about 650, had 12 hits, 4 doubles, 3 triples, 12 RBIs.
Oh, good God.
Jeb.
He's already got 12 hits?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what about Jeb?
Jeb's batting 575, 3 doubles and 3 triples, 15 runs in. He had almost the cycle the other day. Where was they? It was the next game after. I think it was against Crossville.
He's already got 15 RBIs?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a single, a double, and a triple. If you get a single, double, triple, and a home run, that's the cycle.
Right.
So he was right there at that. Now, Tristan Whitefield, he was part of our team. We played together some years ago when they were younger. Mom and Dad know them very well. He's batting 571, 12 hits, 3 doubles, and 12 RBIs. They're averaging about 9 runs a game.
Wow.
They will be playing in the Perfect Game Showdown next Thursday and Friday and Saturday. It's very competitive baseball. If you guys don't know, I'm familiar with it because of Jacob Burleson. He played in it for a couple of years during the summer. Chris take him down there. It's in Atlanta.
Right.
Super Park. They got their own lake cut out, like kids riding jet skis and skiing on the lake.
It's in Atlanta?
Right there in that area. They fly kids in.
Oh, really?
From Puerto Rico.
Oh.
And they hit them with a shooting gun and just checking their pitches. And everybody over there is pitching 90, 95 kids, 17-year-old. And the coaches around this place are all Yankees and Braves, and they're from Phillies. They're professional coaches there, and they'll work with you kids, hitting, catching, throwing.
And I may be wrong, but I think that's where Jeb's uncle coaches. I may be wrong. Is it kind of like East Cobb? Jamie Crane, does he not? He does something with East Cobb.
Yes, I think he still does, but this is much more elaborate than that.
Really? Wow.
This is super elite, all over the country kids.
Oh, okay.
They fly
so they're
in.
not just coming in.
No, they come from Puerto Rico on an airplane.
Yeah.
I'm serious. They come and fly them in. Yeah. They pitch a few innings and they fly them out.
Really?
Yeah. This is super elite kind of. Just to get invited it's big time baseball. If you're playing down there, you got to be pretty. The little short that I made for Jacob that I put on YouTube back last year, that's where he was.
Okay. Yeah.
He was down there pitching. They'll play Sparkman, Cartersville on Thursday, and then he said it should be a fun weekend. So we're looking forward to that, and best of wishes out to Cherokee County Warriors boys, Coach Smith, Coach Crane, and Coach Henderson out there, and the other Smith, his brother, that helps. And last but definitely not least, Coach Dusty Cochran, the GOAT of Babe Ruth baseball, played with him. He's a fantastic player. Great guy. Kids love him. He just has an aura about him. His mom, dad, he's good people, man.
Yeah.
They are.
His brother was a real good basketball player.
Yeah,
Dusty
see, I've
may
heard.
have been too. Chris was really
See, he's older, so I missed some of those. I hear stories. Tyler says Outer Baseball is undefeated. Tyler, tell me, I think I seen a picture. Was it you guys that had a field undressing? You got turf up there, baseball on their baseball or their softball. Something was going on up there, and it looked like a semi-pro baseball field.
Oh, not to jump around, but it's close to it. I think Pisgah has a wonderful softball team. You know, obviously during the semifinals in basketball, so it's not started yet.
Yeah, well, they're waiting on their girls. They're fixing to win another state championship game.
Possibly, yeah.
And talking about that, I went down and watched the girls play. They come out good. You can go to Average Joe's, their YouTube channel, and see the video after game. Pisgah, Spring Garden, you can see Coach Austin talk about the game. And they just come out after halftime a little flat. But I shared the sheet with you.
Mm-hmm.
They had one bad period. The third. They come after halftime, and Pisgah hit. They were like 13 for 22.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it's 13 for 24. I mean,
they got
ridiculous.
On a tear, and who can answer that?
You can't. Not in high school. 13 threes. That's good in college.
I mean, it got to where they'd go down and hit three. Mm-hmm. Well, Spring Garden take the ball down, work it, just like normal basketball we used to watching, and layup in the middle. Neely hit one, or Kurt would hit a shot, or Ace would lay one up. Well, when it goes 3-2, 3-2, and they was already up about 8 or so, something like that. They got a little ahead. So once you do 3-2 about 3 times, they did it like 3 or 4 times in a row. Now Spring Garden was answering.
Right, but they're answering with 2.
1 point short. Then you're 1 point. Then you're 2 short. Then you're 3.
You
and then
end up
you're
being 15 short.
well 4 shots later.
13.
You're 4 shots short plus the maybe 6 you was already down.
Right.
So now you're 10 down.
Right.
And you're looking around at the scoreboard going,
Dang, I mean, we're scoring every time.
I'm scoring every time
we.
we come down, and we're 10 down.
Yeah, it's hard to answer 13. I saw where Spring Garden hit 6. They gained 7 points on them right there. You know.
When it just goes 3-2, 3-2, I'm not a mathematician. Todd's better at math than me, but 3 is more than 2.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
So I loved watching the girls, and Neely, God bless her heart. If you watch the interview, you better get a tissue. She was just brokenhearted. She's such a competitor, and I hate it for her, man. She really plays her heart out.
Well, 31-2, and then 33-2, whatever they were last year, and they've lost to the state.
They lost like 4 games in 2 or 3 years.
165.
And they lost to Oxford, was the only loss this year, and then they beat them at home.
And last year they only lost to Oxford. I think. I may be wrong on that, but I think I'm right.
Mercy Baseball.
And Oxford had a good team.
Well, that's what Coach Austin referred to. You know, I'll take my chances to play in 3, 4, 5A because we beat a lot of the teams that made those sub-region games. Spring Garden girls had beat them. Yes, negativity. We played at Sand Mountain Park at Aberville versus Fort Payne. We definitely made several improvements to the field, but no turf. Okay.
I mean, it just looks like it's turf.
It looks great out there. Guys, y'all go out there and see Otter Hornets and go out there and see Tyler. He's doing autographs at the game, so y'all take it easy on him. Now, Spring Garden boys, they will be at Collinsville Tuesday. They beat Galesville today 18-0. Cam West, throw a no-hitter.
They're good at baseball. 9
runs in the 4th. Goins, Welsh, Simmons, Welsh, and Kerr and Bates. Some of the normal names that you used to hearing. Cam finishes up in the 5th inning, no hit, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Now for Galesville, Gordon started out. He'd give up 3 hits or so, about 8 runs. Almond come in and relieve some. Keelan pitched some also. Weinstead of Spring Garden had 3 RBIs, and Welch, and like I said, Cam was 3 for 2. They had 3 RBIs during the day. Landon Goins, 3 RBIs a day. No hits for Galesville. Spring Garden girls. Talked to Miss Welch out there. Interview. Go over our YouTube channel. You watch that. They'll kick off.
Mom, right?
Yes, they'll kick off next week.
Did the Twins play baseball?
Let's see. I hadn't even been out there to see. I know John. I think so, yes, because I
don't know. Mark, your boys play baseball?
Yeah. I know because I've seen John's name in some of the other games they played.
Oh, Goins is a good pitcher.
Oh,
apparently Welsh is too.
Well, yeah, Cam's going to be. They're going to make a good run at him.
I think so. With 2 good pitchers like that, and they may have more than that.
Yeah, they have some good reliefs from Bates to throw some, but you need. Usually in 1 or 2A, well, even anybody baseball, you need 4 pitchers.
Well, they lost, 2 games to 1 in the quarterfinals last year.
Yeah,
they won the game going.
I was over there at some of those games.
And they might have only got 3 or 4 hits.
And they lost like everybody. So their baseball, they're kind of starting fresh in their junior high program. Coach Benefield, they won like 5-1 over somewhere. And one of their other games, so they're playing really good. When I went over and done that interview with Cole, I said the varsity won 5-1, not 8-1. We had a misprint on there. Junior high split with Etowah, won 4-0, lost 5-3. Coach Benefield, thank you for always sharing with us. I always like talking to him.
Yeah.
He's fun to talk to. Find him on TikTok. He does sing, and he sings great and played the talent show at Spring Garden.
TikTok, huh?
Yeah.
I hadn't ventured on the TikTok.
He's always
We had
a
chance to sing together the other night.
Oh, yeah. She was trying to get you. I was at Smorgasbord. Thank you for sponsoring. They have karaoke Thursday nights. Go over there Thursday nights. I had the chicken fingers.
Was that true that you were going to sing with me?
Yeah. Hash brown casserole and the smoked Gouda on the macaroni. And it's good. And then peanut butter cake. I had to take it home. I couldn't eat it. Brad's like, you got to take some cake. I'm like, I can't eat it. I'm stuffed. But they do karaoke Thursday. And I was going to we'll go up and do Hunka Hunka Burning Love or something. You put it on.
Speaking of Matt that will karaoke, Matt Bebb will karaoke at the drop of a hat.
Miss Charlotte was there.
Oh, what?
She sang.
Yeah.
As a lot of the older people saying, they're pretty. I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this.
Charlotte's good thing.
They're all really good singers. I'm serious. Now you think, well, they're about 70. It's pretty good.
Let me tell you something, and I'll say about karaoke. You're not going to hear nothing out of somebody 60 or older that's bad in a karaoke. You better watch out when them young people get up there.
Yeah.
That's the ones that aren't any good. I'm not saying all of them, but them older people that are 60 and up, which I mean, I can't say older. I'm 50, but they're good. They're all good.
I think the younger people think that they're good in their heads when they go up there, and then they get up there and they can't carry a tune in bucket.
Yeah.
Now Sonia, Brad's sister, she sings. She helps work over there, and boy, she can. Now she needs.
Good.
Now I mean, she needs to go somewhere and sing.
Really?
Yeah, she's really good. Brad sings too.
Oh, really? I've never been into karaoke.
I hadn't either. Speaking of karaoke, that rolls us right into Sandrock Boys baseball. I don't know how.
Yeah, they're connected.
They will be at Gainesville Tuesday. The girls played Glencoe. They lost 7-2. Hood and Foster pitched. Caitlin and Ryland St. Clair, which is Daniel and Bert's girls. They all had a lot of hits. Late the game, they beat Faith Christian 21-0.
They're built for that, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
girls.
Yeah. Sipsey gets the win on the mound for that game against Faith Christian. They win 12-8 over the West End game. St. Clair, Foster, and Hood. They just come out and hit the ball. They had 6 runs in the first inning.
Wow.
And the girls had a couple of home runs apiece. I shared that picture on there. They're going to be a handful to beat. They will be at Hoax Bluff Tuesday. Sandrock girls, the Sandrock boys.
It'll be a good game.
Yes, he sent me something, the county schedule or something. I'd like to. Where did I get that at? 7th and 9th grade. He played the junior high. They're 4-0. The varsity don't play till the 8th. Day before, a Tuesday before our media days, March 9th. And let me see if I can. Well, I can't. Excuse me. Okay. Friday, March 11th, baseball county tournament at Sandrock High School.
March 11th. Yeah,
March 11th. Mark that on your calendar. 4:30 Cedar Bluff versus Gainesville. And game 2 is at 7, Cherokee County Warriors versus Sandrock. Saturday at dinner, Spring Garden will play the winner of 4 and 5. So Spring Garden will play Cedar Bluff or Gainesville. And at 2 will be those 2 winners will play at 2 o'clock Saturday, and winner of game 2 versus winner of game 3, of course. So that's kind of that. March 11th and 12th, get over there and support our guys and girls, and there'll be plenty going on over there. And they got a good concession stand.
Great concession.
Don't they have Chick-fil-A or something?
I don't know. It's good though.
No, we get Chick-fil-A sandwich or something, or
very good.
They always got something good going on. Cedar Bluff girls versus Hoax Bluff, 16-5.
Wow.
Yeah, they give up 5 runs in the first inning. They're getting beat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Payne and Garrett and Taylor just kind of get it all going for the Lady Tigers over there, and they just come out and
that Brandon's girl.
Walker, she got the W for the win. Yes,
she's had some no hitters.
She'll have some more this year. Mm-hmm. Patterson gets the save with 3 innings pitched. They had 13 hits on 13 runs in the last 3 innings.
Wow.
So they kind of come out a little slow, and Coach Crane and Miss Mandy and the girls that help, Miss Gossett and McGinnis that help too. They were great players there. They must have got on them, and they turned it around. Maddie had a home run in the 6th. That kind of helps things off. Sauceville homered in the 1st, and Beatty. Of course, she had come over here last year. She was 4 for 5 for the day.
Wow. And Mark started.
Yeah. They will be at 5 Tuesday, girls, at 5. Now, they beat them in an invitational.
Yeah, I saw that. When they won the
won a nice little trophy thing. Now, the boys, we mentioned they played Chattooga earlier. They win 10-1. The The JV boys will be at home tomorrow versus Sandrock, by the way. There was no errors for Chattooga. So even though they only scored one run, they didn't have any errors on the day.
That's just give up. Just hit the ball.
Yes. Jacob pitched 7 innings, only allowed 3 hits, 1 run, had 15 strikeouts and a walk. Burt hits a 4-run shot.
Yeah, I saw that.
In the 5th inning. And then Stallings, which would be Hagan, and Jacob had 3 hits apiece. Dasher stole 2 bases. I think Coach Nelson told me they had a total of 7 stolen bases for the day.
15 strikeouts? Wow.
This is senior year, man. He's going to go out there and give it all he's got.
I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody having that many around here. 15?
Yeah.
Check that. Anybody, see if that's a record. I mean, talking about for county-wide.
Yeah, like it'd be like, is that Eric? He's done broke another one of Eric's records.
I don't know that. I'm sure Eric had several.
And if Eric was here, he would just think it was great because he loved his kids. He loved sports in general, just and competitive and stuff. I wish he was around. I do. I think about him some. And Daryl and Harold, they're good guys, and don't get to see them as much as we used to.
No, I don't know.
Harold's in Gadsden some semi-pro ball was, and Daryl is. I think Daryl's driving a truck now.
He may be. I don't ever see him.
See, he's on Facebook. I think he shared a picture. He's up in the snow somewhere.
Really?
Girls play at home Tuesday versus Woodville. If you've seen that video, Coach Young, they're going to play Woodville, old county foe. Coach Young is a good interview, smart guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He's been around up there for a while. He coached volleyball and stuff, I think, for a while up there with them. And he just kind of moved around, and he up there at the school, and he knows the kids. And look, they had a lot of energy, and I'm not just bragging on them a little bit. They were ready to practice. Mm-hmm. They wanted to stay longer. Mm-hmm. I mean, enthusiasm for the game was there.
Right.
So we're ready to see them kick it off. Got some pictures of girls and shared them. They thought it was funny because they didn't have on the right clothes, so they didn't want me to take pictures. And so I know a lot of them since they were born. I've known some of them's moms and dads since they were kids too. But it's fun to go over there and see and catch up with some
they're
kids.
Always good to us over there.
Now the boys won over Chattooga 8-3. Mitchell singled, scored a run in the 4th. He had 4 runs in the 5th inning. They scored to kind of catch up and break that open. It was led by Kyler Bradley and Mitchell and Hayes and Garman. All familiar names. Now, Yarburg got the win, allowed 3 runs and 6 hits, had 4 strikeouts, 4 players stole bases, and the rest of them had at least 2 apiece.
Really?
A lot of stolen bases against Chattooga. Dean, you're going to have to go up there and talk to the baseball coach, say, hey,
I don't know who it is.
Y'all have to clean up your stolen bases. Y'all just, what's going on?
A lot of stolen bases? I don't know. I don't know what.
I don't know either. I used to know.
How many stolen bases in that game?
Well, if they have 12 players, at least 2 apiece, that's 24, plus the other 4 players had stolen bases. So,
a lot of stolen bases. I don't know. I don't know nothing about their baseball program. I know that there's some good players at Chattooga in the lower grades, but I had no idea who even plays now.
We played them when the boys were young. We went up there and played a summer thing and just kind of didn't put the scoreboard on, just scrimmage. Mitchell had 3 RBIs, Garman had 2, and Kyler had 1. The boys are kind of getting all together, and like Coach Garman said when I went over and interviewed him, a lot of these guys have been playing together. He's got a core group, about 10 of those guys.
Yeah.
Kurt's boys they've just played together a lot. I remember seeing them when we were playing travel ball. We'd be at Fort Payne. I'd see Kurt. They'd play on the field before us, and I think we played 12U because they were probably playing 10 or 9U because they're a little younger, but I remember being over there then. So they've been committed to that.
Well, and they're still young.
Yeah.
I mean,
the seniors are, I guess Jacob.
They don't have many. And Brant Briley's not a senior.
No.
He's a junior.
I guess him and Keelan will be back and the rest of the team.
Yeah, Brad.
Coach Crane said he's working with them on pitching stuff, and he's if there's not a better one, he's really good.
Who's that?
Coach Crane, BL.
Oh yeah. I think Red helps too.
Yes, he does. I did see him over there, and as I was doing the interview, Kyle sent him down there at the batting cages with Red, and I said, "You trust this guy? Showing your kids how to hit a ball?" He said, "Well, he may know a little bit." I said, "He may know something about baseball." I'm just kidding. Shane, he was fantastic. We played against each other at Babe Ruth.
Yeah, he was.
He's the county living legend. I mean, we're older and these kids have forgot, but I promise you that Red brought it.
At one time.
Very good.
There wasn't a better one.
No, he was really good. Him and Jonathan Yarborough. Yeah, they were the talk of the county. Those two were they were like Nolan Ryan around for us.
They did an all-time top 25 county-wide. Red may make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, him and Jonathan, Junkyard Dog.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 25. I mean, I know people like, might be better than that. That's not a lot of people. And, you've had guys play pro ball like Kevin Covington, Jai Covington, Boo Jelks. But now Red was good.
Now we all played together, and Jeff Crane.
Jeff was good.
Jeff was on my team.
Was good.
Joseph Bynum was on my team. Dusty Cochran was on my team. I was on a loaded team. We was undefeated for like 2 years straight. Mm-hmm. And it was just, for my hitting abilities, it just kind of led I'm joking. I wasn't even.
Chris Steele.
I may have batted 300, maybe.
And of course, some of the guys from
they were younger than us. Chris was.
Eric Horton.
Yeah. Chris and them were younger, like him and Cruz and.
For those that don't know, when Red and Jeff did play, and Brent Moggs and some of that bunch, they went to the Final Eight.
Yeah, now in the 80s, Brian Johnson and Coach Pierce, Dwayne, and Chris Butts.
And Tony Crane and all them.
They played on a semi game or?
They went to the semis when Tony played. I don't know if Brian and them played.
They went to semis or lost trying to get to the semis.
Okay. But Tony and them went.
This was high school. Now varsity, they were good. Well, there's been a lot of good baseball players.
Only played 20 games. I talked to Coach Levin. They only played 21 games.
That's about right. I like that number. 25.
And now they play 40.
25, man. You don't need to be. And speaking of MLB, I don't know. As of yesterday, they're still on lockdown. Who's he talking to up there? Oh, that's old Tyrod. God, I ain't seen him. Boy, he was great. You're talking about a football playing machine.
You don't
Super Bowl champ quarterback for the Houston Texans. You remember watching him play? Tyrod Taylor?
Oh, yeah, played at Virginia Tech. Bro. He don't look the part, does he?
He's lost some weight, hasn't he?
He has lost a lot of weight.
Looks a little thin. Maybe that baggy shirt.
Pro career. Played for the Bills. When did he win a Super Bowl?
Super Bowl champ quarterback for the Houston Texans.
He was the backup for somebody.
Yeah.
But I don't know who.
Yeah, we lost him in the mix. Boy, he was fun to watch.
Yeah, he was real good in college.
And he's lost some weight.
Yeah, he just don't.
I think his hair being pulled back and stuff.
I think it
makes his face look.
And he's got the goatee, but I can't say nothing.
Yeah, his old got a little gray. Gosh, are we that old? Because I remember watching him at college. I remember watching Michael Vick, and Michael was way before him.
Tyrod Taylor's probably about 30, 35.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. NFL stuff, but first, that's all your local baseball stuff.
Okay.
Now, local basketball, Dean's got stuff, so if y'all are ready, just go ahead and get you some popcorn. We got some good stuff.
Into that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to put my glasses on here, Matt.
All you local news, baby, we have got you covered.
Okay, we're going to talk about the Final 48 is what they call it now, but it's going on this week in Birmingham. All right, on Monday, Skyline, who actually won the area that Cedar Bluff and Galesville and them were in, plays. I'm just going over the teams that we know. I mean, obviously there's 4 in each classification, but I won't be going over all those. Skyline plays 21-7, plays Lochapoka 21-8 at 9 a.m. Monday, Pisgah's girls, who beat Spring Garden down at Jacksonville, 31-3. Pretty good record, isn't it? I'd like to know who beat them. 31-3.
Probably, ain't no telling, Oxford or Hanley or Midfield.
Midfield beat Lynette. Or no, they play Lynette at 3 p.m. Monday. Lynette's 16-7. That don't sound right. That don't sound like enough.
They'll kick off tomorrow, as in Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sections boys, who are 26-9, and beat Midfield.
Wow, I'm telling you, that's a shocker. Coach Rat called it. He said, "Hey, they're going to play them a good game."
No, they did. They come back. They were down. I don't know if they were down 20, but they were down pretty bad. It's hard to imagine anybody beating Midfield when they're on, but obviously it can happen. They play the Nets boys, who are 19-3. They play at 4:30 tomorrow. All right, Tuesday, Plainview's girls 27-8 take on Prattville Christian at 9 o'clock in the morning. Prattville Christian, Matt, is 29-1. Pretty good record, isn't it? All right, Plainview's boys play at right after that 10:30. They're 29-6 and 3-point shooting this team. Probably if you want to see a 3-point shootout, go watch Plainview's boys. They play Houston Academy.
They're good.
Who is 20-9, and at 4:30, Jacksonville, who won Center's region, right? Jacksonville.
Yes, the brothers and that they got this tall white kid. Yeah. Oh, good grief! They're good. They're really good.
25-5 play St. James 17-7 at 4:30 on Tuesday. Now Wednesday, Gunnersville girls. That's the only one. That's 5A. 28-4 plays Charles Henderson. And this can't be right, man. It says Charles Henderson's record is 12-6.
12-6. They must have missed a few games.
Yeah, they didn't report it. I don't think they play at 3 p.m. Wednesday. All right, the championship games are Thursday. 1A is at Thursday at 4 and 5:30. On Friday, 2, 3, and 4A play, and on Saturday, 5, 6, and 7A play. So 3 days, they'll get all that done for the finals, and that'll start at 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday and Saturday and last all day. So that's pretty much it on high school, Matt, for the high school girls.
High school girls and boys.
High school girls and boys.
Well, there's a lot of interesting games.
I like that physical section Lynette. Boys, I don't think physical. I think they'll be fun. I like the section in Lynette.
And the Pisgah girls have.
They play the Nets girls. The Nets girls have lost 7 ball games. Pisgah's only lost 4 in 2 years, 165.
I'd say that's pretty good.
And Plainview's boys, 29-6, Houston Academy. That may be a great game next Tuesday. So, you want me to move on into the college game?
Yeah, man. Hey, look, we got that. This is so much stuff to talk about. Yeah, NCAA. Who's hot right now?
Well, really nobody. Duke, I guess. All right, listen to this, y'all. This is pretty interesting. Gonzaga, number 1 team in the country, man, lost to St. Mary's, 67-57. I was telling somebody yesterday that Gonzaga doesn't play anybody and they dominate their conference. Well, then they go out and lose, 67-57. Number 2, Arizona loses to Colorado, 79-63. Number 3, Auburn lost to Tennessee, 67-62. Number 4, Purdue lost to Michigan State, 68-65. Number 5, Kansas lost to Baylor, 80-70. Number 6, Kentucky lost to Arkansas, 75-73. Duke won 97-72 over Syracuse. Number 9, Texas Tech lost to TCU, 69-66. Number 8, Illinois won today over Michigan, 93-85. And Alabama, ranked number 24, beat South Carolina 90-71. What do you think about all that, Matt? I mean, how's that going to change? You're not going to bump Duke to number 1 just because the 6 teams in front of them lost. Who's going to be number 1 now?
I remember looking at some a couple weeks ago. Just looking at rankings and stuff for college. God gracious, man, Duke was like, I don't know if they were not even hanging around the top 10.
Well, they're 7 now, and they're the only team that won convincingly. But that's my question, can you bump them all? You got to drop Gonzaga because they lost to St. Mary's. Arizona game wasn't even close. Auburn, you can't bump them up to number 1, can you? You can't bump Purdue.
I wouldn't think so.
I don't know. I say it don't even change. I don't even think it'll change. I think everybody will stay the same. I do think Arkansas is going to enter the top 10 now. But, Matt, getting into some ball games now. Kentucky and Arkansas, 75-73. Arkansas overcomes a 30-point, 18-rebound performance by Oscar Sheedway. Have you seen him play?
Sheedway, yes.
He had 9 points and 9 rebounds in the first 8 minutes.
What?
9 points and 9 rebounds in the first 8 minutes.
Wow.
He's unreal. Severe Wheeler, and Keon Brooks added 14. Kentucky did shoot 46% from the field, but only 26 from the 3. J.D. Notte scored 30 points for Arkansas. He was a highlight.
He's something else.
All right, both of them are 23-6. Matt, Auburn got beat 67-62. This was a slop fest.
Yeah, I don't. What happened?
Well, Auburn shot 35%. Tennessee shot 33%. But what killed Auburn is 21% from 3-point range.
Well, that'll do it.
5 for 24.
Now, we was talking when you come in earlier. Bama hits 13 threes.
13 threes, yes. 13, you're not going to beat that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as like, you go down, they hit 3, and you go back, well, you get 2, well, you're down 1. If you're just doing that, it's 3-2, 6-4, 9-6. Well, I mean, it starts to get pulled away.
13 for 33. That's amazing. Back to Auburn just for a second.
Yeah.
Smith and Johnson, Jabari Smith, K.D. Johnson scored 45 of their 62. But, Matt, going on to Bama, we talk about the 13 threes. Guess how many points they scored off the bench? Just take your guess.
18.
48.
48? See, when they beat Baylor, that's what happened.
48.
They had 32 off the bench, wasn't it? 32, 36?
31, 32.
I was like, wow, and 48.
Well, Shackelford didn't start. He scored 21. Quinterly started, scored 20. Ellis started, scored 17. Badako did not start. Came in and had 11. J.D. Davison, who doesn't start regular, had 10. So they moved to 19-10. And I think they're sealed up for the tournament. They got a pretty tough week. Well, they got LSU Saturday. Kentucky and Florida play Saturday, and Arkansas and Tennessee play Saturday.
Arkansas, you say?
Arkansas and Tennessee play Saturday. That'd be a big game.
I think if you would have, looking back, if you would have said a month ago, that's going to be a good game, you're like, I don't know.
Well, Matt, here's the standings. Auburn 13-3 in the conference. They're first place. They don't have a tough week, but that don't mean anything. Arkansas 12-4. Kentucky third at 12-4. And Arkansas does have Tennessee this week. Kentucky has Florida Saturday. Tennessee also 12-4, but obviously they play Arkansas. Bama is sitting fifth in the conference at 9-7, but they play LSU Saturday. LSU 6th at 8-8. Florida 8-8.
And didn't LSU go on a 6-game win streak there?
After
they got off a fourth game, after they come off a 4-game losing streak.
They've got a good team. Florida 8-8, South Carolina 8-8, Mississippi State 8-8. That's in conference. It's going to be a great SEC tournament. The only team in the SEC that's not won, there's 2 teams that haven't won this year. And it would be
Vanderbilt and Florida?
No, Florida's okay. They're 18-11. Georgia has only won 6. Missouri is only, and Vanderbilt's done okay.
Yeah, I hadn't seen nothing about Missouri.
Missouri's not done. They're 10-19. Georgia 6-23.
They can play football, but they just can't get that basketball.
Well, I mean, heck, we watched them play Auburn and probably should have won, shouldn't they?
Yes. Yeah, they really did have a chance at it. Going into March, Dean, how do you feel about when's the NIT? How does that go in?
Well, it's the same time. It's just not as much emphasis on it.
So you like Bama for the NIT? Or?
No, I think Bama will make the dance because they beat Baylor and.
Well, that's true. I forgot about that.
Who was the other top team they beat? Well, they beat Baylor. I know that, but they had another huge win over. Well, they beat Arkansas. Who's beat Kentucky. Alabama's going to get in unless they just have a terrible week and a terrible tournament. Right now, Matt, I'm just going to guess.
Who's going to win that NIT deal?
I don't know who will win that NIT. I don't think.
Westminster?
I don't know.
There's always some team like the Black Widows. Who are they? That team.
All right, let's see who's definitely in. Auburn, definitely. Probably a number 1 seed. Arkansas, definitely. Kentucky, definitely. Tennessee, Bama, LSU, Florida. I think that'll be it. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 teams. And if Florida has a bad week, they may not get in. So, but I think Auburn and Kentucky might be number 1 seeds or number 2. Well, Auburn will be a 1. Probably. Kentucky may be a 2.
If Auburn can stay healthy, we said this back a few weeks ago. If they stay healthy, they can make a good run at it.
And I don't know. We'll see how good I am at this. I don't know. I'm going to project Auburn a 1 seed, Kentucky a 2, unless they win the tournament. They may be a 1. Arkansas about a 3. I think Tennessee will probably be a 5. I'll be honest with you. I think Alabama will be about a 6 or a 7. Probably a 7.
Like you said, it depends on how they do this week.
Right. LSU, if they get in, 8 or 9.
Who's Florida got this week?
10, maybe 9. LSU and Bama play Saturday. That's a big game. Huge game. Arkansas and Tennessee is a big game because they're both tied them in Kentucky and Arkansas, Kentucky, and Tennessee are tied for third.
Wow.
For second.
Need to be paying attention right now because things are fixing to. Well, March is here. They'll be here Tuesday, March the 1st.
I don't know. Somebody told me yesterday they felt like Kansas was the best team in the country.
Yeah.
But they got beat by Baylor, who's also very good. So maybe Kansas is the hottest team. Kansas and Duke.
UCLA, are they hanging around anymore?
They're doing well. They won by 40 yesterday. So, but
I like keeping an eye on them. I kind of like keeping up with them some.
Well, we obviously know they're a great tournament team after what they did last year.
Yeah.
But yes, I wouldn't go to sleep on UCLA. Texas is good. I don't know. It's up for grabs. But do I think an SEC team? Yes, I think Auburn, Kentucky, or Arkansas could make the final.
Wow.
Could.
I'd be okay with any. I'm gonna root for them. Whoever makes it. It's kind of like Arkansas. You see them, they're the dark horse. You kind of pull for them.
Well, unless Auburn just drops the ball, they're going to win this week. They're probably going to win the regular season, which Alabama won last year. But Alabama won the tournament too. But you do know this, that if Georgia was to come on and just win the tournament, they will go to the big dance with a 10-23 record.
See, that don't make no sense to me. I don't know how you do that.
But I don't know. But it should make the tournament will start next Wednesday. A week from Wednesday. Same day. Well, now they're going to put it off because we got media day.
Yes, it will be. They know Matt and Todd show will be live. It's still jerky clerky. It's been garbage the whole video.
Really?
Yes.
Well, people are listening.
I guess.
But
this is terrible.
Yeah, I guess the tournament will start the 10th since we're going on the 9th, right?
Yes. Yeah, I talked to the commissioner. They're gonna get some stuff lined up. They're probably gonna come down to our baseball, softball media days.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
March the 9th.
Yeah, you can't play ball games then.
Oh, I don't know what they're thinking.
But the SEC tournament ought to be great. It wraps up Saturday, the regular season, and then the tournament will start this week, that next week, and then the big tournament starts March the 17th.
Yeah,
you have those play-in games, but everybody, the number one seeds and all that, will start playing March the 17th. We
got our shirts. Shout out to Amanda Crane. She made these for us. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Our names up here on them.
Good.
Yeah,
I love these shirts.
We kind of look important now.
Well, Matt, that wraps up the SEC basketball. So,
what have I got?
Auburn, Arkansas, and Kentucky in the driver's seat there.
Let's see what I got left.
You got some
kids,
football.
Yes, college kids from class of 2023 we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So we don't really know where they're headed still. It's still going to kind of be up in the air. This is kind of stuff here. Dean likes this stuff. Do you know that the state of Florida has 22 of the top 100 top dogs? 22
of the top 100? Well, yeah, I've heard that they got the best athletes. I guess that proves it. 22.
Corman, McLean from Lake Gibson, Francis Maguna from IMG, Brandon Ionis from American Heritage. I'm struggling.
What happened to the McKinneys and the Deans
and the Smiths and the Johnsons and I don't know, man. There's not one name on here.
The Graces.
I'm just gonna keep going down. Well, there's a hill, and that's about it.
Man, I didn't play high school football with one person whose name was hard to pronounce. Not one.
No, I didn't either. It was Harris's and Browns and
when McElroy's the most difficult name to pronounce on your team, you probably got an bunch of easy names.
Clifton's. If you played over here at center, it was Dupree's and Chambers.
Yeah,
all of them. Anderson's, all of them.
Right.
I seen Robert Day. Shout out to Robert if you're getting to watch. I was running him Walmart Day. We talked for an hour.
Really?
Yeah, we talked about Sean a little bit. So Sean, if your ears are burning, we love you. We was talking about you.
Oh yeah, I talked to him earlier today.
Everything going okay with him? Good.
Yeah,
I need to. We gotta have a. He needs to come on with us.
Yeah, he does. He knows a lot about sports.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he can come on with us and we can talk about the tournament after it gets because he always watches that. And the best story he's ever told, and I'm going to tell this, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but one year he had a buddy, and this guy has passed away, and the guy said God told him that Connecticut was going to win the tournament. And Connecticut wasn't even good that year. Well, guess who won the tournament? Connecticut.
Well, there you go. That's why you hit the subscribe button. God told him
I told somebody that story, and they thought, well, God don't care who wins the tournament. I'm like, well, you say that, but the worst team to ever win the tournament just won it.
I can't top that story.
That's a true story.
Texas is number 2 in the land of diamonds. 17 players are from Texas. David Hicks Jr., Anthony Hill Jr., Ruben Onowich.
Nearly 50% from Texas and Florida.
It really is. And Texas is 5 times bigger than Florida. Alabama's got 11 players. Georgia's got 9 in state. California 7, and Louisiana has 6. Wide receivers lead the top players. IMG has the most of those.
So 6 states got 72 of the 100. Wow.
The story of the tape here in the state of Alabama: James Smith from Carver High School, defensive lineman. Tony Mitchell from Thompson, cornerback. The next few are cornerbacks, by the way. A.J. Herrick's Phoenix City. Kid from Florence, Jahel Hurley. And kid from Thompson, Pete Woods, defensive lineman. Jaquarius Rosso from Carver. Edge rusher, Chris Benayaya, Briarwood, quarterback.
Just give us a John Smith.
Vizzina. Vizina. Chris Vizina, Briarwood quarterback. Sorry I killed your name, Chris. Apologize to you, Father, and all your heritage of people from Italy, it sounds like.
Yeah, Vizina is definitely Italian.
He's number 63 in your quarterbacks, by the way. Kelby Collins from Gardendale, defensive lineman, 6'5", 280. He's going to be playing somewhere. Carmela English, Phoenix City, wide receiver. And Tomarion, Tamarian Park, also from Phoenix City, a defensive lineman. And Kildrick Falk from Highland Home, defensive lineman, which we know some Highland Home kids, 6'6", 250.
Which is is in the final. Highland Home's in the Final Four in basketball, and was obviously in the Final Four in football. And so is Mars Eagles. They're in the Final Four in basketball. I meant to tell you that.
Wow.
Which that doesn't.
Well, no, I mean, smoke them if you got them.
Yeah.
That's what Uncle Charles used to say. State of Georgia, Caleb Downs. Now, you'll know some of these more than I will. Mill Creek School, he's a safety.
I know Mill Creek's like I don't know anything. In the county. In the state.
It really is?
Yeah.
Okay, Caleb Downs, he's a safety, so he's got to be a dog.
No.
I don't know about this team. Never heard of Warner Robins. I mean, they've only won more national championships than Alabama.
Yeah, they averaged 500 yards this year, nearly.
Well, their defensive lineman, Vic Burley, is one of them. Justin Haynes plays at Blessed Trinity. I've heard of them.
They're loaded.
Tailback, the Haynes kid. He also plays baseball. This kid's really good. Write these names down. He's really good. Marcus Washington from Grovetown, cornerback. You have a defensive tackle from Langston Hughes, Bo Hurley. It's the big guy. This guy looks like Alabama, Georgia type player, defensive tackle. And Madden, Sanker, Sanker. He's from South Paulding. I've heard of them too. Offensive lineman. No, it's not.
Not like the others.
I watched one of their games, like run by on NFHS or something, and I just watched it because it was a Georgia team.
That's over in Dalton, I think.
I think so. They were like 3-0 against a 2-0 team, so I just watched the game.
I may be wrong. No.
Paulding County.
Dallas, Georgia, which is not far from Carter.
Offensive lineman, Dean. 6'4", 305. You get you lunch money. I mean, he's going to get it.
If he wants it.
If he wants it, he's getting lunch money.
He's like Debo on Friday, right?
Yeah, him and the big guy on Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence Life.
Oh, yeah.
He says he wants his roll.
Yeah, cornbread.
I want your cornbread. He said, well, you can get my, this guy's going to take your cornbread.
Yeah, and then he whipped it. Gold.
Oh, yeah.
Gold. Yeah.
Dylan Long, Lonergan, Lonergan, plays at Brookwood, quarterback, 6'2", 215 from Snellville, Georgia. Xavion Hardy from Tattnell Square, Tattna. some little place in Georgia, defensive lineman. Zeke Owens from Eagles Landing Christian Academy. I've heard of them. Offensive tackle, 6'6", 245. Now, the wide receiver and / running back, the Haynes kid, he rushed for 6,000 yards. He plays at Blessed.
6,000 in his career.
Blessed Trinity. On 650 carries, 72 touchdowns, 200 yards on receiving. Guess how many times he's fumbled the ball?
3.
Once. His career.
In 650 carries. Do you remember when we went down there that day?
He had 2,400 rushing last year, 2,400.
In Blessed Trinity. You remember that? No, that was Benedictine. Me and Matt go to watch Cartersville play, and we watched the 2A game, and it's like 50-26. Somebody put 50 up in the state championship, and we just caught the end of it. You remember?
Of
course, then Cartersville put 50, 51 or 58.
Well, it's 39 at halftime when Trevor Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Don't you know no good? He plays the janitor. Dang-a-lang. Now, he had 2,400 yards last year. This is the kid from Blessed Trinity.
Wow.
Now, the Longhorn kid, Longerman kid, I'm sorry. I apologize to you, Father, from Snellville, Georgia. He's a quarterback.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's passed for 6,200 yards, 57 touchdowns in career, 9 interceptions, 150 at rushing, and 1,000 yards passing last year. An average of 6 yards a carry, 16 rushing touchdowns.
I'm going to go on record here and say Haynes is rushing for 2,400 yards at Blessed Trinity, who plays in the same classification as Cartersville and Calhoun. Watch out for that kid.
I'm telling you guys, that's why you hit the subscribe button. You got to write these names down.
Is he going to Georgia?
Well, they got old Brockenhurst, Meyer Wieners, whatever.
You talking about
Vennisworth or Vinatieri or
you talking Vandergriff.
Yeah. Yes, from private school at one state.
Yeah, Prince Avenue. Yeah.
I watched him.
And they also got Gunnar Stockton from Raven County. We're delivering him, by the way.
He's really good. Those guys are on a different level.
Don't watch Deliverance and judge Raven County by it, because obviously they're good at football, which that movie does not show.
They're also good at camping, shooting deer. Shooting deer and camping. They're good at those kind of things, too.
Yeah.
And I got some NFL stuff.
All right.
We'll run through this, and then we'll get off here and let you go eat dinner. We've been on about an hour, and it's been terrible. Apologize again. If you unsubscribe, I don't blame you. It's just been jerky and laggy. I've been getting messages all night. It's just jerking. It's just constantly freezing. Well, I'm watching it right now in the KBS. Marcus, if you're listening, it's running between 2,600 and 3,000 kilobytes a second. That's terrible. It should run. Facebook says they run at 3,500.
I did not.
So it's dumping my frames by over 1,000 frames a second. I'm getting dumped.
Why?
It's just Facebook. Their servers are crap. They won't spend money on it. Now, this new studio they did, which it gives me the comments on the side over here. They got some cool stuff to lay out, overlays when you start your video, saving your settings. They've made it easier to start your cast up to go live. It is better, and that was one reason I got off. You remember I had to type a title every time.
Right.
You couldn't save it. They've changed that. It's better now. But the number one problem, they fixed this 2, 3, and 4 problem, but number one is lagging.
Right.
I don't know. Their network's just.
We'll just have to.
It just don't work.
Go to YouTube.
It's just.
And then you can put it back on Facebook.
Oh, sure. I load it right back on there when we get off that night. But people are not going to watch. When it jumps for the first few minutes, people get over it. But when it does it the whole show.
Well, I used to rent DVDs, and if they skipped, I'd go nuts.
Is he froze or is he just?
What are they doing?
Nobody's gonna watch that. It's terrible. Nobody wants to watch that. I may change computers. Marcus has got a $1,500 laptop that runs high speed. I may change over that and see what that does. So if you see some test runs on Facebook,
well, we still run the show and give the information out.
Yeah, and podcast is still going. Which no, it's already cut off. I went over an hour running my. I got just a few seconds left.
We only on an hour.
All right, guys. If y'all don't want to hear the NFL, we'll catch you guys next week. Spotify and Applecast. You can go back over on the show page and catch us. We love you guys. We'll catch you next week. Peace. Ooh, that's just in time. I nearly didn't make it. Just thought to look over there. It only runs an hour and then it cuts off podcast. NFL, Eric Bieniemy, 52 years old. He's going to be offensive coach at Kansas City. Thought that was interesting. He was a quarterback coach. He left for an OC job for the Giants. He'd been there. The draft, Jaguars are going to pick first. The Lions, the Jets, Giants, Eagles are going to have top picks around in the first round. The draft's going to be in Nevada, of course, at Raiders Stadium, right. April 28th. Now, next week, this week, I think tomorrow.
That's usually when it is, in the last week of April.
I think this coming week is the combine will kick off. So if y'all, I like watching the combine. Mm-hmm. If y'all like it, flip over to NFL Network or YouTube. They'll have it up somewhere over there.
That's when they pretty much use that to project.
Running, do all your bench press. I like watching the bench press stuff. I like watching the linemen.
Where you go back and forth.
You seen Donaldson's, the one I shared on yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, he's huge, and he's running like a deer out there. He run like a 40.
Yeah.
That's not fair. So it's the 28th of April. The Texans look like they'll be 3. The Panthers 6. Falcons are going to pick 8. Broncos will be at 10. Now, as far as picks, Dean Olave, Buckeyes.
I see that. Supposed to be there.
He's going to be top guy. He's going to be one of the top receivers. They think Wilson will be the number 1 receiver pulled.
Garrett Wilson from the same school.
Yeah, USC. Ohio State.
Yeah.
But the kid from USC, the Landon kid, now he was second in the country. He was just a few yards behind, leading in catches, yards.
Yeah.
So I think one guy like McShay and the other guys, one guy's got him 1, other guy's got him the second receiver pulled off the board. And Burks from Arkansas. Keep eye on him.
Yeah.
These are wide receivers.
That's the top wide out.
Yeah, Bama, of course, Williams. Now, him getting hurt, he may have lost the top. He may not go 5, 6, 7 in the first round as a wide receiver. He may go on later in the first round, which is unfortunate. Now, the London kid I was talking about from USC, probably to the Jets, 6'5", 210. He's probably going to be top skill position guy. I mean, he's got 2,000 yards on the year. If he plays with the Jets, Zach Wilson, BYU.
Yeah. I mean, the Jets they're going to improve at some point.
I mean, you get that connection going.
Yeah, maybe they'll get something going.
Offensive lineman, Aquano, plays at North Carolina State, but we'll just call him Dr. Pancake because that's what they call him. Probably going to the Jaguars. The Texans may get Neil Evan from Alabama. Thinking that may happen. And the Cross kid from Mississippi State, he may be going to the Jets also. So if you get a left tackle, get a receiver, you got a quarterback.
You can protect your quarterback better.
Yeah.
And obviously the Jaguars can protect Lawrence better.
Yeah, that's Shafter, I think, Mail, whatever, said he would assume that they would pick him up to try to protect Trevor. Yes. Now the Giants' defensive lineman looks like they may get the Thibodeau from the Ducks. Now he dropped some in his place.
He was good.
20 sacks. They said he talked too much. That him talking and embarrassing himself in some of these interviews, talking about that he wouldn't play at Bama because they wasn't that quality in their academics. That hurt his stock. He dropped from higher first round. He probably lost 5 spots from just talking. He going to doing interviews and just being ridiculous.
What about Hutchins? He's going down.
Yes, I'm going to get to him. Gardner from Cincinnati, cornerback. Look for him maybe to go to the Giants. They're needing to pick up some defensive guys. The Broncos, looking at Jermaine Johnson from the Florida State kid. Maybe a second-round guy. Now, he did lead the sacks for the ACC, which ACC is not a great conference, but but to be whatever, 12 sacks for the year. 13 players are going to run 4.3 40s probably tomorrow. 13 players. The combine, talking about it's going to be coming this week. Now, we talked about Evan Neal maybe probably to the Jags. He's left tackle at Bama, and then the Aquana kid from North Carolina State, which we called him Dr. Pancake.
Yeah.
That's easier to say. Hutchinson, the Lions may pick him up, edge rusher from Michigan. And the Texas, the Kyle Hamilton kid, the safety from Notre Dame, had a good year. He may be at the Texans. The Jets may get that Aquana, the other guy we talked about, North Carolina State. This kid name comes up a lot.
Yeah.
The Jets may pick him up. He's going to go to the Jets or Jaguars or something.
One of the other.
And where he ain't, Neil's going to go. And we're going to see how guys trade up and down.
It's just one, wherever one goes, the other one.
Yes. Giants, we mentioned him about Thibodeau. The Panthers, they may get the Gardner kid from Cincinnati, and that may be interesting. Teddy Bridgewater, quarterback-wise, is assumed he may be the quarterback at Washington.
Oh, they like that quarterback that played for Washington. Henneke?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They're changing a lot of stuff right now. Also, it's rumored that Garoppolo may be Tampa Bay quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is assumed to be back at Green Bay. And
they need to draft them another receiver.
The Broncos will have Carson Wentz. He should be that. He may, you know.
They're going to get rid of him in Indianapolis? Well, who's the top quarterbacks in the draft?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's how we just got him. ESPN, man. ESPN. We got the Falcons may get the Landon kid at USC.
Yeah.
He was second in FBS in receiving. And they need to replace Julio.
Yeah.
But they've got to get rid of Matt Ryan.
Well, yeah. He's probably, 16 years in now?
He's 65 years old, retired.
16, yeah. It's probably time to look for
it's been time.
Yeah.
The Stingley, LSU, cornerback,
good.
6 picks as a freshman, got hurt, kind of played on and off, didn't know about Coach O. And last but not least, I put 11 because of the Redskins, but they're now called the Washington Commanders. Is that right? It's ridiculous. Pickett, that's the first quarterback. And this is precedented.
Not Cody, Kenny.
That's why you hit the subscribe button, because this will be the first time since 2013 that a quarterback was not taken in the top 10 of the draft.
So Kenny Pickett is the top quarterback in the draft. Who's second?
And he'll be Matt Corral maybe, and then
what about running backs, Matt? Did you get anything much?
Yes. No, there's just
not. Nobody's going for quarterback.
Last year was quarterback, running back special, and then the year before was quarterback, and the year before was quarterback.
Yeah.
The quarterbacks are done for right now.
Okay. NFL does have good quarterbacks in every spot, really.
8 years?
Yeah.
8 years, the quarterback has always went in the top 10. Wow. This year, number 11. Quarterback will not go, so and he may, I assume Big Ben's retiring. I'm going to say Pickett goes to, so I assume Pickett to the Steelers.
Because
he played at Pitt, yes. They're putting they got some young receivers, Najee Harris, young running back.
Right. They got Smith, Juju, which I think he was hurt last year.
I like it.
I got to ask one NFL question.
Go Steelers.
And I'm not trying to stir up nothing, but do you think that Antonio Brown, which he's gotten older, will be picked up by anyone?
No. He's done. He's made too many mistakes. Run off the field like that. You can't do that, man. That's just ridiculous.
But I will say one other thing about the NFL. I don't think unless Green Bay, they get on the coach, they get on Rodgers. I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but he has to have another dominant receiver besides that.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something.
Yes.
Because as far as the NFC, the East, you got Eagles playing across from the Packers there. Jalen Hurts is probably going to be your guy there. And another team in that East, the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think they're going. I mean, they're good. They just have some bad games. I mean, like this year.
Kyler Murray, NFC North.
The Cardinals.
So is he, he's going to stay?
Yeah, I think they worked it out.
So there was some rumors he's going to Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. Some of the older players said he needed to learn how to lose with a little more.
Yeah, well, you do.
Character.
You have to learn how to lose. Mahomes is going to be at the Chargers next year. I'm just kidding. He's going.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, but I've heard Carson Wentz he'll be Broncos.
Really?
That's just rumors.
I thought he did great. We know quarterbacks are not going to leave. That would be Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Burrow. I don't think Matt Stafford's going anywhere.
Tua for the Dolphins and Zach Wilson for the Jets.
They sold on Tua now.
Mac Jones at New England.
Yes, he's not going. And like you said, as of right now, Matt Ryan's not going anywhere.
It's weird. What about the Saints? Their QB? Is it going to be Hill?
I guess. I don't really know who their quarterback is.
Well, see, that's the other. They said they was going to pick up another quarterback from somewhere.
I know every quarterback in the league, and I'm not sure who the Saints quarterback is.
Well, Jameson is on staff.
Oh, Winston. Oh, that's right. He is. He got hurt last year. And I don't know who Denver's quarterback is. I got to be honest. Or Carolina.
Well, Bridgewater he was at Carolina because they brought him on the coaching staff, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to play with his old because he played – the coordinator was his college coordinator when he was in college.
Well, a lot of teams are set at quarterback, but now some are not. I mean, the Browns, you hear all kinds of stuff about Mayfield. I don't think Josh Allen's going anywhere anytime.
Oh, he's good, man.
Goff still going to be the Lions quarterback.
And the Ravens, I mean, what?
Carr, Jackson.
Lamar's going to play.
Yeah,
he just runs more than he throws. He's going to have more records than anybody.
Tannehill, they ever going to make a change there? They happy with him?
He just kind of gets the job.
Gets it done.
But if you're really going to lay on Henry, and he can't get it done sometimes, we got hurt. And the first game back is like playoffs. Well, good luck with that. Because if you stuff him, it's game over. It's kind of like if you stop Bama's threes, it's game over.
Herbert won't go anywhere until we might be dead before he.
I wouldn't think. Man, things change. I'm telling you. Look out for Garoppolo at Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open for that.
Yeah. Well, obviously, and I don't understand why, because I thought he played pretty good in the playoffs. But they managed to somehow twist that thing around and blame it on him, that loss. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Well, if Aaron don't come back to Green Bay, then that'd be a lot of twisting and shaking and moving.
I think Rodgers will.
I mean, what's he going to do?
But they won't have to have another receiver. He threw 70% of his passes to Adams. He cannot keep doing that.
Well, where else is he going to play? Because people kind of know how his attitude is. He can be kind of, salty.
Yeah, very.
So, what do you do?
I can't imagine him being a whole lot of fun to coach. But
well, now
they said him in his position, coach, were like this.
He didn't even show up to practice those last few weeks because his toe.
Yeah.
He goes out and wins games. That's the ghost. But anyway, let's get off here now.
All right. I got to go.
Yeah, me too. Guys, we apologize again for 8,000 times. It's just lagging, and I can't do nothing about it. It's still dumping at 2,600. It's just Facebook. Their frames per second just don't work right. It's not going to run. Seemed like we had it working out pretty good before we got off, and we've come back, and it don't like me.
Quickly, man,
yes.
Before we get off, congrats to the Chattooga high school girls. They've advanced to the Elite Eight, I think, for the first time in 34 years. And the boys nearly advanced to the Elite Eight. They got beat at the buzzer.
That's what you told me.
A great game, but obviously not the result we wanted. But
they lost by 2.
They lost by 2. They didn't even have time to get a timeout. Throw it in. That's how he hit it, like right before the red light come on. He shot the ball. Well, 4 seconds to throw it into somebody, him to drive down, throw it to the post, and the post to put it up. So you figure that's
no. You said that post was. He's a state guy. He's gonna play somewhere.
I don't know if they'll play anywhere because they're not tall. But those posts for Early County were amazing. And my hat's off to the kids from Chattooga. They did what they could. It wasn't for lack of effort. They were just awesome. They were just phenomenal.
You run into that sometimes. Sometimes you just play a better team.
I thought they were. And I think that team was very good. They didn't have the record to show it. And, I think Chattooga was just as good. But just because the team's 12-12, you got to look and see who they've played. And I don't think Chattooga obviously didn't take them light because they led the whole game. But I think the fans maybe thought, well, what are we doing? They're 12-12. Well, yeah, but they've been beat by a team and they hadn't lost a game 3 times.
Well, we will be.
But good luck to the girls.
Yeah, maybe they can pull it through. A lot of good.
They play
good stuff.
Raven County.
Raven County. Where's that at?
That's up North Georgia to the east. That's where Deliverance was filmed.
There you go.
That's what it's known for.
That's why you hit the subscribe button. You learn about Deliverance movie, and you just wee.
They're all dead now. No, John Boyd and Ed Beck. No, John Boyd's not dead.
No, Beatty and Bert's dead.
Beatty and Bert.
All right, we'll leave you with that. It's been a good show. Sorry for the jumping and freezing. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Trust me, if I could fix it, I would.
I got one more thing to.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God as always. And I'll be around through the week at I'll be some baseball somewhere, softball, something. I got a busy week tomorrow. So Tuesday's gonna be a little wild around the house here.